y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Halloween 2016 collection available now from Colores de Carol. These were sent to me for review and I'll link Colores de Carol's storefront down below. Every polish that I've tried from her brand has been amazing. Carol, of course, is a great blogger, so she really knows what she's looking for in a polish. So I'll go ahead and show you how these swatched. First up is the Glitter Phantom, and this is a very densely packed topper. It's described as having a sparkly clear base packed with white, orange, green, and black glitters as well as black bats. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how the Glitter Phantom swatched over a variety of colors. So here's a quick look at everything I'll be swatching the Glitter Phantom over today. I have white, black, and also the orange from the collection, Chimera, as well as a gradient. So here is one quick coat over the gradient. This is probably my favorite look. I did have to do just a little bit of manipulation, but you can see there I got a lot of glitter just with one coat. Next, I'll show you how it's swatched over white. This is Tux Polish's Pure, and here is one coat of the Glitter Phantom. Over white, every single color within this glitter topper is really going to pop. These are all very metallic, shiny glitters. So here's one coat. I will let this dry and come back in and show you what two coats looks like. So here is the second coat. This is, of course, going to dry down pretty textured. You want a nice thick top coat. So here is the second coat. I did kind of have to manipulate up towards the base of my cuticle. They kind of wanted to pile towards the tip, but that was no problem at all. I also got some extra bats within my order. There are bats in the Glitter Phantom, but they are fairly large and maybe a little bit heavy, so they tend to slide off the brush. You will have to fish for those. So I'm going to just do some quick placement of these bats. I only had one that kind of wanted to lift up on me after I top coated, so I just added another quick layer of top coat and pressed down the wing that was lifting up. It was no problem at all. These are nice matte black bats, and I really like this effect. The one towards my tip was the one that wanted to stick out a little bit. So next I'll show you how it swatches over black. This is Tux Polish's Onyx, and this is my second favorite look. I love how those metallic glitters kind of shine off of that black base. So again, a nice dense first coat. I'm going to let this dry and then come back and show you what two coats looks like. So here is the second coat over black. I think that the glitter balance to base ratio is really well done. So it's still nice and glossy, just a tiny bit textured. I'll also show you how it swatches over Chimera. So here is one coat. It gets lost a little bit over this orange tone, but still really pretty, especially as we get closer to Halloween. So here is a quick second coat. And here is a look at the completed mani with top coat on all of the nails, so you can see the different effect this topper really has over each color. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So next up is Chimera, and this is described as a semi-metallic orange holographic with orange hollow glitter and micro hollow flakes. So a lot going on in this one. I'll go ahead and tilt it so you can see that gold almost shimmer. I'll show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Chimera swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. This one goes on really smoothly and easily. I do just have a little bit of visible nail line there, so I'm going to let this dry and come back in for one more coat. You do get a lot of hollow, a lot of shimmer. So here is the second coat. You can see that this one dries down fairly glossy. I do recommend a top coat. Ready in 5 is a great one from Colores de Carol. So this is a thicker second coat, but this is going to bring this completely opaque for me. Here's a quick view at the completed mani without top coat. This one does stamp okay. You do lose a little bit of detail. I didn't show it because it kind of seemed repetitive. It does stamp. I wouldn't really recommend or buy them just specifically for stamping. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle under artificial lighting. Next up is Vampire Nightmare, and this one is described as a dark brownish red holographic with gold glitter and hollow flakes. I am really hard pressed to say that this one is my favorite. True to its namesake, this is a dark kind of rusty oxblood shade, really pretty. I'll show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Vampire Nightmare swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first coat. It goes on really easy, really smooth, not gritty or anything. I did have great amount of coverage, very nice and even. It's just slightly sheer, so I am going to let this dry and then come back in for a second coat. I had to do a little bit of cleanup there with acetone and a cleanup brush. It's no big deal. I had no staining of my cuticles or anything like that. Here is the second coat. This one will kind of pull slightly towards the edges if you do a nice thick coat, so you may want to watch for that. At 2 coats, I had complete coverage. Really gorgeous. You can totally stop here. I am going to do a third coat, and it's going to deepen up the color just a little bit. I definitely think it's worth it for a third coat because I love how dark and vampy this shade is. This one does dry down fairly glossy, so you can kind of skimp on top coat if you'd like to. I, of course, recommend it. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. This one has so much hollow in it. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So lastly today I have Morticia, and this one is described as a deep violet holographic with blue shimmer to it, micro hollow glitter, and hollow flakes. This one definitely strikes me as a deep navy. I can see where it kind of leans blurple. Lots of hollow in here. I'll show you a brush shot. And I'll show you how Morticia swatched on my natural nail. So here is one coat. Again, much the same formula as Vampire Nightmare. This one goes on really smooth and easy. I don't recommend doing nice thick coats with this one, however. Thin coats will definitely get the job done. So I'll let this dry and then come back in for one more coat. So here is the second coat, and I feel like this is going to bring this one completely opaque. Really, really gorgeous. It photographed so amazing for me. It's a very flattering shade, especially if you have a lighter skin tone, I believe. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. So this is another one that dries fairly glossy. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat, and I absolutely love this shade, like I could just swim in it. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle under artificial lighting. And that wraps up my swatch and review of the Halloween 2016 collection, available now from Colores de Carol. These do stamp, but you will lose a little bit of detail. You'll still get a lot of that holographic glitter in there. I do have a photo of that available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, as well as more photos. And you can also find me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.